Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. John Oda, and thank you so much, and welcome to the Dr. John Oda Method, guys. I am back, excited, and pumped up. So what I'm going to start doing is tips of the day, right? So here goes. As you guys know, I do business coaching, so let me give you a little bit brief background of who I am. My name is Dr. John Oda. I had the privilege and honor of working in the mental health field for 35 years, since 1987. I've had various positions, started from the bottom, hit to the top. In the process of doing mental health, I started doing business coaching probably about 1995. I started promoting Joseph Clinton III, Anthony Robbins head trainer, back in 95, and still work with him today. Around 2008, started working with a gentleman called Chet Holmes, late Chet Holmes, and Anthony Robbins with BBI. In partnership with them, worked with some of the greatest business minds in the world, from like Tony Robbins to Chet Holmes, Jay Abraham, Gary Vee, Brendan Burchard, Scott Holman, Keith Cunningham, and my God, the list goes on, for almost a decade. And then I branched off again to do it solo. Now what I consider myself is I'm doing everything myself, which I had the privilege and honor of working with some of the best. And when you work with the best, you become the best, right? So I'm pretty much proud and jazzed about this. So this morning I was working with one of my clients, doing business coaching, and he's out of the UK. And I've been talking about doing mindset and work, and also doing business coaching. And he says, "So can we only stick to business coaching only?" I said, "Yes and no." I said, "So when you were doing it in the military, did they only work on physical?" He said, "No, we had to work on mental." I said the exact same thing. If you're going to be successful in business, you have to do both, right? And the both part is I have to hit the mindset, and we have to hit your business, and your business have to grow. So I told him that the military had something. Imagine the military would take an 18-year-old kid, 16 weeks, 20 weeks, they became a soldier. They thought differently, they act differently, they became differently because they're in an environment to succeed. Now, when most of them leave the military after 4 or 5, 10, 15, 20 years, the ones who've been in there for a longer period of time, they become the Marine or the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, whatever, right? Stay in there short period of time, they get out their environment, and of course, 5, 10 years later, you can't even recognize them. Why? Because they are not inside that environment. Why? Because they're not conditioned in their mind. So I explained this to my client that if you read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, chapter 4 on auto-suggestions, it say when you want to feed the subconscious mind, you have to condition it with feelings and with emotions so it gets to the subconscious mind. Now, if you take military, now I've never been in the military. I have 3 brothers that was. I have 2 was in the Marines, and one was inside the Army, right? I was never in the military, but I looked and I followed the patterns. If you look at military, and what they do is they have songs, right? And songs when they're jogging, songs when they're doing stuff, and they say these songs over and over with feelings, with the emotions, right? So it gets inside the subconscious mind. So this guy that I'm coaching right now, he's pretty much in special ops. And he said that they would say some cadence like, "Man, I am the baddest MF in the world," over and over and over and over again, until they started believing it. So I told him that you need to start saying what I call as incantations. So I said with feelings, with emotions, until you can actually condition the subconscious mind for it to create success. Because the brain and the mind does not know what's real and what's not. I'm going to give you a great example. If you guys are driving, don't do this. If you're not driving, here it goes. Imagine you are going inside your kitchen. You open up the refrigerator. You take off a lime or a lemon. You get the cutting board. You cut the lemon and lime. And you squeeze it on your tongue. What takes place? I'm not sure. How did your face look? Did it go a little bit crazy nuts? Did you taste that nasty sour taste? Here's the question I have. Where is the lemon at? Or the lime? It's your imagination. So the brain does not know what's real and what's not. So if you condition your mind with feelings and with emotions to get inside the subconscious mind, everything would change to the positive. Tony Robbins said he did that. He was making $3,000 in a month, and then 8 months later, he made $1 million. Joel Osteen said that he went from just being an average pastor to look where he's at is right now in less than a couple of years. So, Think and Grow Rich, there's numerous of people who've done this and is actually successful. So here's what I challenge everybody. I challenge everybody to first and foremost read chapter 4 of Auto-Suggestion, number 1. Number 2, get a statement that you have. It can be with feelings and with emotions. Tony Robbins used one. God's wealth is second in my life. His wealth was an avalanche of abundance. All my needs, desires, emotions met instantaneously through your infinite intelligence. I am one with God, and God is everything. Then he see and feel the wealth inside his life. And then he's grateful for it. He says, thank you. Right? There's a lot of them, like I say, a couple of them, I, John, thank you, God. I, John Oda, see, hear, feel, know. I'm so happy and so grateful in whatever I want to create inside my life by a date and time within 6 months. Imagine if you can do this and if you can really condition your subconscious mind for success, your life would never be the same. I have changed every area of my life by doing this, and all of my clients have too. And I challenge you, and here's what I tell everybody. Winners will do what it takes to win. Failures will always make excuses. This doesn't sound right. This is not who I am. I don't feel like doing that. And that's okay. I challenge the winners who's actually listening to this and want to make a complete change inside their life. All right, guys, I'm done. This is my tip of the day. Take care. God bless. Dare to make this day, this week, this month magnificent. Bye for now.